1. 2026 Defense Bill, 3.8% military pay boost, increased family separation allowance and more. 2. House advances $832 billion military budget plan, what's included? 1. 2026 Defense Bill, 3.8% military pay boost, increased family separation allowance and more. The House Armed Services Committee has just passed a significant defense policy bill for 2026, and it's packed with changes that could deeply impact military families and service members' pay. After a full day of intense debate, the committee approved a 3.8% pay increase for all service members, a striking 60% hike in the family separation allowance, and a crucial change that removes the basic allowance for housing, BAH, from income calculations. But here's where it gets controversial. These moves aim to ease financial pressures on military families, yet they also raise questions about budget priorities and long-term sustainability. This House bill comes hot on the heels of the Senate Armed Services Committee's own version of the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, which was advanced just days earlier. Both chambers are zeroing in on reforming the Pentagon's notoriously slow and cumbersome acquisition process, but they differ in how they plan to tackle these reforms. The House bill emphasizes cutting bureaucratic red tape and fostering innovation to create a more agile and modern military, as highlighted by Representative Mike Rogers, R. chair of the House Armed Services Committee. He stated, "Equipping an innovative and agile military requires an efficient and streamlined acquisition process." The FY26 NDAA supports modernization and fundamentally reforms defense acquisition by cutting red tape, eliminating bureaucratic hurdles, and encouraging innovation. Beyond acquisition reforms, this legislation builds on quality-of-life improvements initiated in last year's NDAA. One of the most notable changes is the mandated increase in the family separation allowance from $250 to $400 per month for service members who are in Vol. 2. House advances $832 billion military budget plan, what's included? In a nail-biting vote, the House has pushed forward an $832 billion military budget plan for the next fiscal year, but the real battle is just beginning. With a razor-thin margin of 221 to 209 and only 5 Democrats on board, the national security budget debate now shifts to the Senate, where the spending plans for next year remain shrouded in mystery. The Defense Department is currently operating under a modified continuing resolution for this fiscal year, with some extra funds allocated for military programs and purchases. Lawmakers are optimistic about avoiding another continuing resolution next year, but the slow progress so far leaves just about 6 weeks of work before a potential government shutdown looms. Here's where it gets interesting. The House spending plan was drafted before the Pentagon even revealed its detailed budgetary requests for fiscal 2026. President Donald Trump has been touting a $1 trillion defense budget, but that figure includes one-time funds approved by Congress separately. And this is the part most people miss. The House plan for the base defense budget actually represents a slight decrease from current military spending. This has drawn criticism from Democrats and some Republicans, who argue that the budget should be more robust. However, Representative Ken Calvert, Republican California, chairman of the House Appropriations Committee's defense panel, has praised the plan, stating it provides the necessary resources to keep America safe. The bill includes a 3.8% pay raise for service members, $2.6 billion for hypersonics programs, and $13 billion for missile defense programs, among other allocations. But here's where it gets controversial. The bill includes provisions to cut the Defense Department civilian workforce by about 45,000 individuals, saving $3.6 billion. This move has sparked strong objections from Democratic lawmakers. Additionally, the bill includes social issue provisions that prohibit military health care facilities from providing abortion services, ban transgender medical care and surgeries, and eliminate diversity and equity programs. These poison pill riders will not go unnoticed by our troops, said Representative Betty McCallum, Democrat Minnesota, ranking member on the Appropriations Committee's defense panel. They will impact recruitment and retention. The passage of the defense budget bill was delayed by unrelated legislative fights in the House and could face similar challenges in the Senate. House lawmakers are now expected to focus on the annual defense authorization bill, which sets Defense Department policy and spending priorities but does not actually allocate funds. So, what do you think? Should the military budget be increased, or are the current allocations sufficient? And how do the social issue provisions sit with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below.